Hi, Tracy. We're just going to go over the new homepage mockup that I've created for you. And before we do, we're going to go ahead and look at your original homepage, which is still live. And we're going to kind of diagnose everything here. Um, I know that you like your sliders and that you really wanted to keep the sliders. As I mentioned, the majority of people don't make it past slider number 1. And at one point, I think I counted 14 different sliders that you had going on here. It looks like maybe there's 12 now. In any event, that's way, way too many. Nobody's going to cycle through and read each of these, and most of them don't really add value other than showing a picture. I know some have links, and I think those are the ones we really need to focus on. Things like the process, or ones that have links that go to something in your portfolio or an exhibit you've done. That makes sense to me. Scrolling down, I know you have this section here. We're going to keep this. We're just going to change it up a little bit. And I know you really, really like your different color blocks. And after reviewing your site, I get that this is your style. And I think we can still work with this while making it look more refined. And then we have your blog section. And then we have your very bottom footer. One thing that I noticed you don't have is a main footer. And most websites have that. And that's a place where usually on every page it shows up and it has links or maybe a bio about, a small bio about you or something like that. And I'm going to add that to the new homepage to show you what I'm talking about. So going over to the mockup that I've created, I'm going to refresh the page so you can see how it loads when someone first visits it. We still have your first slider here. This one goes to your process. And then we cycle to the next one, which talks about a design exhibit that you did. And then people can click to read about it. And then this is a redesign that you did for a client. And it looked like you have a case study online. Under your portfolio, you have some really nice case studies here. And I almost think I would call that case studies rather than portfolio. That's totally up to you. But I like the way that you've written up different things about these different rooms that you've created for people. That's really good information. And I think that I might call it case studies if it were me. In any event, I've maxed this out at 3 slides. I don't think you're going to hold people's attention past 3. Especially on mobile devices, people tend to just scroll right past them. You might stretch that to 4 if you wanted to, but that would be like really, really stretching it. Then we go down into the creativity to fuel your ideas. As you can see, I made this bigger while still maintaining the text typeface. It didn't have to go and become the same font as this, which is a header font. I know you like the thinner fonts. So I changed this to a Roboto Thin, I believe it is, or Roboto Light, which is a lighter font. I added a background to this to kind of differentiate and pull it apart from the next section. That way you don't have a ton of white space before you hit the next section. We talked about putting services on the front page. I just grabbed 4 services. I'm not sure which services you would prefer to highlight. I also don't know which photos that you would like with those services. I did pull from your photo library. We need to add some text underneath here. Or alternately, maybe you want to do 8 services. Maybe we drop the text and we just do 8 services in this area. But that would get some of the services that you have under here down on your home page as well. And then in the next section, we have a call to action. I think this is really important. I noticed you have it on some of your interior pages. We definitely need it on the home page. And this is a call to action to contact you for a free consultation. The blue color that I've used as the background here, since your main colors are all grays, I wanted something a little contrasty. I actually pulled that blue color from the main photo right here. And it also matches really well with the third slider, with that blue bedroom that you did. So that's where that blue color came from. And then we go into the color blocks that you had. And I went ahead and kept the colors that you had. What I did is I found a photo that went with each of them that kind of matched it very well. As you can see, Here we've got the blues, and here we've got the yellows. And then each one has a link that clicks to the page, the corresponding page that you had it go into. And then we get down to the blog section. I think for the blog section, I would definitely keep it at 3 main stories. These are the 3 most recent stories that show up on your blog. We could stretch that to 6, but I believe you had 9 before, and I think that's just way too many on the front page. These are mainly meant to add a little, show that the page changes. So as you post new blog posts, the front page will change, and Google will see, oh, okay, well, this is an actively updated page. So that's likely to get you indexed more. So I would definitely stick with 3 or 6 here. And then we go into the main footer, which you currently don't have. This is an area that should run across all of your interior pages. It should be the same on all. And I'm not sure exactly what you would like down here, but what I did is I pulled out some of your services, and each of these links to a service. And then we have some of your case studies, your exhibitions, and then a section with About Us that go to your About Us pages. And then we go back to the bottom footer, which is the same as it was before. So that is to kind of show you what I did with the front page. Basically, it keeps your same stuff. It just refines everything a little bit. And hopefully you like this. Let me know.